Good morning, grade ones. I'm back. It is Tuesday. Oh, where is my pointer? There it is. This is the one that's helping me today. It's making sound. I wonder how that sound is made. I don't know. All right, so today is Tuesday, May the... Oh, and I forgot to get my number 5. I usually like to get my number 5 out ahead of time, but it was right at the top of my stack, so that was very easy. So today is Tuesday, May the 5th, 2020. What day was yesterday, boys and girls? Everybody call out. Good. What day is today? Louder. Good, I can't hear you. And then tomorrow will be... Good for you. So yesterday was Monday. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Good for you. Okay, so we were at school for 144 days yesterday. So what number comes after 144? Can you tell me right now? Good job. 145. How many ones in 145? Tell me, please. Good. How many groups of 10? Good. And how many 100s? Good. So that makes 145. Good job, grade ones. All right. So I've been forgetting about my jokes. I have one here. This one is, why couldn't the flower ride its bike? Why couldn't the flower ride its bike? Because it lost its petals. It lost its petals. Pretty funny. Another thing I want to show you before we move on to our math is Emil's mom sent me this picture of a worm they found in their garden. So take a look. Can you see that? So Emil used a non-standard unit to measure the length of the worm. So he saw math and he used a non-standard unit, a pen, to measure the length of the worm. I thought that was really cool. So the worm is about 1.5 pens long. Isn't that the biggest worm you've ever seen? That's definitely the biggest worm I've ever seen. So good job, Emil, for using math in everyday life. You guys, feel free to send me pictures of anything really cool or neat that you see in nature, because I will show it on my YouTube video. So thank you, Emil, for doing that. Also, Emil is going to be getting some ducks pretty soon, and his mom has offered to make some videos for us so we can watch the growth of the ducks. So I'm excited for that as well. All right, so let's move on to math. I'm going to have a seat. So you have been working on your subtraction booklets. You have noticed that in your subtraction booklets there are... I'm going to move you really close to Mrs. Clark so you can see the board. There you go. So you notice that some equations are written vertically, so standing instead of lying down. They're written vertically. Did you know that you can write subtraction and addition sentences that way too? And in grade 2 and grade 3, you will learn how to subtract 2-digit numbers with regrouping. But you don't have to worry about that in grade 1, but I do want you to know that equations can be written vertically, standing up. So let's solve these 4 together using the number line and using our power of 10 cards. All right, let's do these together. So the first one is 8 take away 5. So I'm going to use my power of 10 card. So there's 8. Can everyone take away 5 and tell me what the answer is? So if you're thinking, remember one row is 5. I'm taking 5 away. Then how many do I have left? Call out, please. That is right. You have 3 left over. So you can go to the 8 and hop backwards 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it equals 3. Okay, so I'm going to put that down there. Our next one, can you tell me what number is this? 14, take away 3. So here is 14. So there's my 10, 4 ones. Now take away 3 for me, boys and girls. Take away 3. Here's a hint. Take 3 away from there. What does it equal? Can you tell me, everybody? Is it equal 13? No. Does it equal 11? You're right. So it equals 11. So I'm going to go to 14 and I'm going to hop backwards, right? So they're frog jumps. I don't count 14. So I have 14 and I take away 3. 1, 2, 3. It equals 11. So we got that right. So remember how to check your answer as well. You can do it this way as well. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 11 plus 3 is 14. Okay, so next ones. So it's 15, take away 2. So here's my 15. One group of 10, 5 ones. Can you take away 2 for me, please, and tell me the answer? Take away 2. Take 2 away from there, not here. Take it away from our ones. What does it equal? Does it equal 13? Yes, that's right. It equals 13. Let's double check. Use our number line. Take away 2, 1, 2. It equals 13. 13 plus 2 is 15, so I got that correct. My last one is 17, take away 6. So I'm going to show you 17. I'm going to do it, no, that way is good. Okay, here we go. So there's my 10 and my 7 ones. Take away 6 from there, please. Take away 6. Here's a hint. Take it away from the ones. What does it equal? Does it equal 15? No. Does it equal 12? I'm getting closer. No. What does it equal, boys and girls? It equals 11. Good job. So there's my 17. I take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It equals 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. So I got that correct. Hi, grade ones. I am back for our final science lesson on energy. So for the last week or so, we have been talking about energy and how energy is all around us. Energy is important. Energy helps our cars move. Energy makes things light up. Energy helps our brain so we can learn. Energy cooks our food. So energy is all around us, and energy has 3 forms. There's light, sound, and heat. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about heat energy. So heat energy is transferred from a hotter object to a colder object so that they both have same temperature. We call that equilibrium, so that they find a balance, an equilibrium. So some excellent examples of heat sources are our beautiful sun. Another source would be fire or stove or even a furnace that keeps your house warm in the winter. So heat will flow from a hotter object to a cooler one. The molecules in the hotter object will slow down and the molecules in the colder object will speed up. Eventually, they will get to a point where they have the same temperature. And it's important to know that this is all around us. It's happening in our everyday life. A quick example is sticking an ice cube into some warm water, right? That ice cube melts and makes the warm water colder, or vice versa. So the warm water melts the ice cube, right? So that because it is though it's hotter, it will melt the ice cubes. It's trying to move its heat into the ice cube. So then they both actually find a balance. All right, so another thing that you need to know is that there's just 3 ways that heat moves from one object to another. Just going to tell you the 3 terms. I don't want you to actually understand them because that is like high school science. But basically, heat can move from one object to another in 3 different ways: through convection, conduction, and radiation. Okay, so that's all I want you to know. Don't worry about understanding how that actually happens because that is some heavy science stuff. Okay, so you're going to get this sheet here from your science booklet. It says forms of energy at the top, and it asks you to draw and label each form of energy, and then to write 3 facts that you learned about energy. So let's do this together quickly, just so you have an understanding of what I'm expecting. This is going to be your assessment sheet. So this is the last thing you'll be doing for this science unit. So I want you to do your very, very best, boys and girls, so that you can be proud of your work. And I'm going to be assessing it. So just going to write down, oh, so-and-so did understand our science unit on energy. Okay? All right, so 3 forms of energy. So I know light is one. I know sound and heat. So I'm going to draw an example of each. So light, light source is, a light bulb. Okay, so I'm going to draw a light bulb. Okay, so an example of sound energy. Oh, Mrs. Clark talking to you right now, right? So I'm going to draw myself, and then I'm going to be talking. Here I am. There's me. So that's a sound source. And then an example of heat. The most important example is our beautiful sun. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to write down 3 things that I have learned about energy. So what are 3 things I learned? Okay, so I could say that I learned that light, make sure I put a capital, travels very fast in a straight line. Remember what it's called? In a straight line called a light ray. Called, I can't really, a light ray. Now you might have to write really small. I barely have any room. Okay, another fact I learned about energy is that sound, how does sound travel? Or how does it made? It's made what? So sound is made when a vibration moves through matter, right? So sound is made when a vibration moves through a solid, liquid, or gas. Or a solid, liquid, and gas is all matter. So sound is made when a vibration moves, I have no room, through matter. Okay, there's another thing I learned. And finally, I learned that heat moves from a hotter object to a cooler object. So heat moves from a hotter object to a cooler one. Now, I hope your printing is much neater than mine, but it's really hard to print in this angle. So that is what I'm expecting. There are many other things that you can write, right? You can tell me even that energy is, an example of energy is light, right? You can tell me any 3 things that you learned. Don't have to be my 3 things, but I would like you to do this. It doesn't have to be completed today. I would like it handed in by the end of the week. All right, so please complete this. Please don't forget about your Lexia. It's important that you get your Lexia minutes completed. Some other things you can do is your words of the week. So make sure you keep learning those. Something you can do today if you're looking for some extra work is write some sentences in your journal using your words of the week. Remember to read. Reading is important, right? So make sure you keep up on your reading. Make sure that you continue to make progression in your reading, because reading takes you to a whole different worlds, really, when you're reading. Remember when I did our Adrienne Gare visualizing, when I read stories and you made your own pictures in your head? Well, that's pretty magical. So you're making movies in your head. So make sure you continue reading. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.